Hi, my name is Anna Marie Janning, and I am a Teen Beachbody coach. And I just want to ask you all a question. How many times have you decided that you wanted to change your health, maybe lose some weight, maybe gain some muscle? How many of you have wanted to do that and you felt really good and you started and you were really motivated, and then a few days in you were starting, you're sore in the very beginning and it's starting to feel rough and you're starting to feel like, oh boy, what did I get myself into? And then maybe some people around you start saying, it's okay, have some cake, or oh, you're a little great the way you are, it's okay. I don't understand exactly why there's so much negativity around a person who is trying to better themselves by being healthier, but there's a lot of people who don't believe when a person is starting this journey. There's a lot of people that don't believe that the person's going to follow through. They don't believe that they'll ever do it. And because of that, most of us, when we start a health journey, we don't believe we can do it either. I was one of those people. Every time I ever tried anything, there was always that little voice in the back of my head telling me that, oh, it's not going to work, it's not going to work. When I first joined my first Teen Beachbody Challenge group about a year and 1 month ago, I didn't know if it was going to work either. I only told a few people about it because I didn't want everyone to know if I failed. But what I found that was very, very different than anything I had ever tried before was not only did I get these workouts that I had instructions on what workout to do on what day, and it changed every single day. And then every 30 days, those workouts changed. And then the next 30 days, they changed. I was never bored, never bored. I was sore, don't get me wrong, especially in the beginning and throughout. I was sore because when you progress, like you think, oh, once you get in good shape, you don't get sore anymore. But no, you progress to the next phase and then it gets harder and then you get sore all over again, and it's just crazy. So that was a huge change, because when I would go to the gym before or I would do any other workout program, I always had in my head that I needed to do the same thing 3 days a week, like everything exactly the same in order to get any type of results. So I found out that that was completely wrong. Second of all, the support that I got from my challenge group, from my coach, Rebecca, who I had known her before she was a coach. And I watched her transformation via Facebook, and I contacted her and said, please, Rebecca, I need some help. And I'm so glad that I contacted her, because it changed my life. I'm so glad I saw it, and I was just like, oh, every time I would see it, I had this feeling like, oh, I need to call her. Oh, I need to contact her. I need to do what she's doing. And it took quite a few of those feelings before I actually sent her the message and said, I need help, I need help. So those two things. And then the other thing, I actually, I move a lot. Navy family, so we move every 3 years. And I don't have any continuity in my life. But with these programs, it doesn't matter where I live. It doesn't matter where we move to. It doesn't matter if we're on vacation. It doesn't matter if it's raining outside or if it's sun shining. It doesn't matter. I can always get my workout in, and that is huge. It is huge. It's a feeling like no other. It doesn't matter. I don't need child care. That's a huge one for me because my children are young. So the next thing that was huge, oh, and I know what I was going to say about that, is when I first signed up for this, when I first decided to buy a challenge pack and start my first Beachbody challenge group or support group, I have 2 gyms that are a 10-minute walk away from my house, and they are 100% free because we're a military family. I was very hesitant to spend the money on a challenge pack because I have these 2 free gyms. But again, as I mentioned before, the child care is an issue for me. And I just knew that what I was doing before wasn't working, so I needed to try something new. And when I bought my challenge pack, it was $180. Challenge packs actually range between $140 and $205 is the highest priced one. So I spent $180. That included my workout DVDs, nutrition guide, and it also included a free 30-day Team Beachbody Club membership where you can get personalized meal plans and you can talk to the celebrity trainers, ask them questions if you want to when they're on the live chat. And then the last thing that included, last but not least, is my first month's supply of Shakeology. Shakeology, which I was very skeptical about because it reminded me of the Slim Fast I did in college, was key, and I will never, ever stop drinking Shakeology. I love it. It's delicious. It includes 70 nutrients, all these superfoods that I would never, ever normally get in my body. And it has so many nutrients that it actually reduces your cravings, because when we crave stuff, we actually crave stuff because our bodies are nutrient deficient. So this is basically like insurance. It's a very delicious, and it sounds expensive, but it's really not when you break it down. The price of Shakeology is $129 for a 30-serving bag. Now that sounds ridiculous, but when you break it down, it's $4.30 per day per meal. So if you're spending $6 or $7 on a decent lunch somewhere, then you're going to save by drinking Shakeology. At least I do. I normally eat at home. I have Shakeology for lunch every day. But if we go out to lunch as a family and I bring my shake, I'm like, wow, I'm really saving money here, because everybody else is buying their lunch and I'm drinking a shake. So, and it really does satisfy. It, believe it or not, you wouldn't think that it would, but it does. So, my husband actually was very hesitant. He said, don't ever ask me to try that stuff. It should be gold-plated. It's so expensive. There's no way I'm ever going to try it. But he ended up trying it without me knowing about it. And 2 weeks later, he admitted to me that his workouts were feeling a whole lot better because it gives you a lot of energy. And I said, well, that's probably because you had those few, he had like 4 days off a couple weeks before, and I said, you really got a chance to rest. And he said, no, honey. He said, I've been drinking that Shakeology. He said, as much as I don't want to admit this, I've been drinking that Shakeology, and I almost fell out of my chair. So he is a believer, and he still drinks it, and he loves it. And so it's amazing. And when I bought the challenge pack, Shakeology is normally $130. So when I bought the challenge pack, Chalene Extreme was normally, the program alone was normally $89. So when I bought the challenge pack, the two together, it was $180. So I ended up saving quite a bit of money by getting those two together. So it is a very, very good value. A lot less expensive than buying the program alone. I think you save like $50 or $60, because if you were about a Shakeology alone and the program alone, and plus you have to pay for shipping, and it's completely free when you get a challenge pack. But I tell you, I did not think I was going to stick with Shakeology. I had already had my email, because all you have to do to cancel it is send an email. I had that email typed and ready, and 30 days later I was like, I think I'm going to stick with this another month, because I think that it's doing something good. And then the next month, and it's been a year and 2 months since I've been drinking this stuff, so don't plan on stopping. But the last thing I want to say, and I've already said it, is the whole reason that this has changed my life is I just can't tell you how much it has helped me to be surrounded by people who believe in me and encourage me, because I didn't believe in myself. I really didn't. I didn't think that anything was going to work for me, and that I was always going to be the size that I was. So being around, who would have thought when I was 20 years old? Here I am, I'm 40 now, and I have 4 children, and I feel better, and I'm actually smaller than what I was when I was in my 20s. I never would have dreamed that it would be true, and it's all because of Team Beachbody. It's all because my coach, her support group, and all the support and all the positive energy that I get from all the people who believe in me and help me when I fall, pick me back up. It's amazing. If you've ever even considered this, please consider investing in yourself. You won't regret it. Thank you very much.